Hi everyone, welcome to Cherita Kita podcast by Semester Break Program brought to you by Talent Corp. I'm Faiz, I'm studying Economics and Environmental Science at U of T, and here with me today is...
Hello everyone, my name is Joey and I'm currently a law student at Queen Mary University of London.
So since we're studying abroad, there has to be a lot of academic challenges that comes with it, right? There's a lot more pressure for us to do good there. Let's get right into it. I want to ask you, what is your educational background and how do you adapt to the current way we are graded in our respective universities?
I have always been an exam-oriented person. One of my biggest challenges when I entered uni was post-COVID, where they made it into an assignment approach instead of exam.
Like a fully assignment approach.
Yes, it was kind of a very difficult transition for me. The head of the School of Law, he did tell us how you are not going to perform well. Yeah, they made it.
He said that during welcome week. How motivating.
Yeah, he was like, when you first receive your scores, please don't be demotivated. He's like, you need to know you're coming from college.
You need to adjust and everything.
Yeah. So how was it for you, Faiz?
U of T's approach, it depends on which course you take. Okay. But a lot of the courses is mostly 60% assignments and 40% exams. So I really admire that because I love doing assignments, especially early on, so I can focus on other things. So was the assignment-based courses only happen during COVID, or is it still going on now?
One thing when we talk about assignments is that even though it's assignments, we don't do group projects.
And I think that's better, no?
Yeah, I feel like it's better.
Because it's fully relying on your capabilities and no one can free ride on your effort and everything. Yeah.
But I think starting from this year, they are slowly going back into exam.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, it's shifting back to exams. Actually, so you face fully exam, you fully assignments, and you face both. What are some strategies you cope with all the the academic stress that you may face?
I think one way that I kind of cope was I would go and ask my peers, mainly Malaysians.
Yeah, it's natural.
It's
natural. Yeah, definitely.
Whenever I have any issues, I will always go and ask my Malaysian friends.
Definitely, right?
What scores did you get? Would you mind reading my essay and let me know which part do you think is actually not that well written? And my friends are actually very willing to share their opinion. It's not like they're trying to look down on you, but we are really trying to work together. But how is it for you?
I love studying in groups with people, especially the ones who are taking the same courses. I think as humans overall, we are social creatures. We can't be truly alone.
Yeah.
So definitely having friends, especially the ones that you've made, is definitely beneficial. And how about the academic helper at your school? What are they particularly helpful? How would you compare it with the situation in Malaysia, for example?
I felt like the UK academics, they are actually very kind. They wouldn't really say very harsh things. It's more towards encouragement. And my teacher, she's actually very kind, and she was like, okay, I don't think this point is actually very suitable.
Right.
Yeah, and she would tell you how to improve. Whereas the lecturers in my uni, they would just be like, okay, you could actually refer to the grading system.
So how do you think these challenges that we face, help us grow, whether that be personally or professionally, you think?
What I've learned is probably self-reflection. Even though I complain a little about how we are being graded and how their feedback is actually very generic unless you approach them for personal feedback, I think it's actually their way of encouraging students to identify your weakness first.
I think on top of self-reflection, like you said, I went through a lot of self-reflection over the years because it's also very important to kind of, see how you grew. I love self-reflecting. I journal for a while. So looking back into my journal and see how I changed my mindset and everything, it's really, really nice as well. It just does not apply to just your coursework, but it can apply to yourself, which I think is really great advice. The one thing I really learned is surround yourself with the right people and you can definitely grow as a person.
I felt like peer pressure and peer influence is actually very important.
Very, very important, yeah. And we don't need to only stay with Malaysians, but Malaysians, it comes naturally.
Yeah,
we have that blood between us, that bond. So I think that's a good way to end this session. I've learned so much from you, like how you manage everything. I definitely need to self-reflect a lot more. It's definitely something very, very useful, I think. Yeah.
I also like your experience where you have your journal.
Yeah.
Very rare. I don't really heard people having a journal.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm consistent with it, but sometimes I'm not. So like it's still a work in progress, I think. There's a lot more for us to improve, right? So yeah, thank you so much. I had so much fun talking to you. And yeah,
Me too.
we'll see you in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching.
Bye.
Bye-bye.